In this video, we're going to talk about the trigonometry application. So the most common thing for the trigonometry application is to find the missing lines. For example, here is, oops. Here we got a triangle, a right triangle. And we know that this is 13 degrees. We have A, 7, and C. And how do we find the missing side of A and C? For example, we know that tangent 13 degrees is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent side, right? So that means our A is equal to 7 over tangent 13 degrees. And by the previous exercise, we know that tangent 13 degrees is equal to 1 over square root of 3, right? And then we just need to flip it. Then we got 7 times square root of 3 is our A. Remember that I don't want you to calculate what is tangent 13 degrees is. We already calculated that it is equal to 1 over square root of 3. So I want you to keep the square root. Okay, next is how do we find C? So when you look at the degrees, where is the C? C is the adjacent side of the 13 degree, which is we can either use, C is the, C is the adjacent side, so we can either use tangent. Oh no, C is the hypotenuse, sorry. C is the hypotenuse of the triangle, so that means we can either use sine or cosine. So let's use sine. So sine 13 degrees is equal to the opposite side, which is 7, over the hypotenuse, which is C. So we write it, solve for C, we have a C equals to 7 over sine 13 degrees. And sine 13 degrees is equal to 1/2. So I have 1/2, which is our C is equal to 14. So that's the length of it. Another application is the word problem. If I tell you that, hey, we have a tree in here, and I want to measure the height of a tree. And there's a line from the bottom of where the measure people stand is 13 feet long, and the angle from the standing point to the highest point of the tree is, we don't know, but we measure the degree is 15.7 degrees. And now I want to find the height of the tree. So the height of the tree is the opposite side of the given angle, and we know that 13 feet is the distance from the bottom to the end point of the angle, or the vertex of the angle. And then we also know that 13 feet is the adjacent side, so that means we can use tangent. We have tangent 15.7 degrees is equal to the tree's height, the opposite side, over 13 feet. So that means the height is equal to 13 feet times tangent 15.7 degrees. Now I'm going to put out decimal and calculate what's that equals to. So we have 13 multiply tangent, but we need to change our tangent. The graph setting become degree instead of radians. Okay, so now our tangent, whatever written inside, because the default is radians, which is the pi. So we should have 57 degrees. So 13 times tangent 57 degrees is 46.15 something something. So that would be the result. So the height is 46.195 feet. Okay, or 196, sorry, we round up. So that's the application of the trigonometry function. Okay, see you in next video.